am. Beauty and the Beast. Yes. All right, jabronis, we're back. Hope everyone had a great week. I sure had a week. So there's that. I don't know why. Somebody, I think it was the creature. We were playing video games, hitting the sticks, and he was singing that damn Beauty and the Beast song that's been in my head all week since then. Can't get it out. I don't even really like the movie that much. It's about a chick who wants to do sex to an animal. Look, you can say what you want about Gaston's cockiness and ego and womanizing his approach to women, his disrespect. That was, not good. Got it. But he was right about that beast. You can't just let this animal living amongst people kidnapping women. Got to be stopped. I don't like that movie, though. That's probably why. All right. What the hell happened this week? What are we doing here? Just got back from a work trip. It was actually Randy's first road trip and hotel stay since being part of the LPDS family. So that was a good time. A little hectic. He's still trying to get, his wits about him, understand, the ops tempo, if you will, of the LPDS and how we're on the road a lot. So he did a good job, had a good time. We were down in North Carolina. I had to do some work shit. He got a lay of the land, sniffed a lot of, I don't know, animals and weird shit going on. For whatever reason, that part of North Carolina is very strange. The fast food chains and the regular like dining chains, Texas Roadhouse, Chili's, Outback, those places are mobbed 24 hours a day. And then the good places like the one-off mom and pop how you doings hardly have anybody there. It's very strange, like environment, culture, atmosphere going on down there. It was good for me because I got to eat all the good food while everyone was out at Outback getting a bloomin' onion, whatever. But very strange kind of dynamic down there. But we had a good time. So many more to come for Randy, hopefully. Hopefully he enjoyed himself. Another quick update before we get into shit. I want to trying to keep things rolling. I know I have a problem where I just flap my gills and talk, and nobody wants to hear me. So we got to keep things rolling. We're going to get straight to the points, to the education, the entertainment, the funny, get it all out of the way. But before that, another update on the mainstream media front for all those people who are blindly loyal to the mainstream media, whatever organization it is, Fox, MSN, CNN. Another CNN bigwig, this time, I don't know if it's the owner or the CEO or whoever, Jeff Zucker, steps down after being outed for having sexual relations with one of his executives. And I think he's married, so I think it was an adulterous relationship. He was doing sex with her. And he got outed. Listen to this. He got outed by, what's his name? Chris Cuomo? The recently fired CNN reporter, journalist, whatever they call it, editorializer. He got fired because he was accused of sexual assault and for also passing information to try to help out his brother, who's also a sexual assaulter. And to respond to that, he outs the secret that the owner or CEO or the one bigwig, Jeff Zucker, is doing sex to to employees, to executives, under the table, if you will. So in true high school fashion, we got a real circus act going on in one of the organizations that claim to be the objective news updates for the people. And then everything else is misinformation. They try to censor everything else. So I'm waiting for the other ones to happen, the other news stations, quote unquote news stations, to start having these people just fall from the top, because it's going to happen. And they're the same. They're copy and paste type of organizations, corrupt, narrative pushing, lying. Look, if part of your tactic in life or your business model, when there's other information out there in the world, when part of your tactic is to censor that information and deem it bad for the people, that's not a good moral, ethical business model to go off of. It doesn't matter what the belief is. It doesn't matter what the information is. It could be universally disliked, this information. But when you try to censor, one of your tactics is to actively censor things in America, not a good plan. Historically speaking, the people who have tried to do that it has not worked out well for them. That's what I'm trying to say here. And it ends up being real bad for the whole world for a long time. And we've seen that historically. Go back to World War II. So just something to think about there. When you got an organization like that who's sweeping under the rug all their sexual deviance and then also trying to censor other people from having their own individual thought. Another thing about that, too, that really kind of chaps my ass a little bit more than anything else is that whole idea of we have to censor this information so that the American people don't fall under that spell and start believing it. Making that's like an implication that we're too stupid to think for ourselves, and we need to have these arbiters of thought and truth think for us and tell us what to think and what information is right. Because the 330 million of us in this country can't do it ourselves, so we need this small group of people to do it for us. Oh, thank you so much for thinking about us like that and trying to keep us safe from differing opinions. That's what really chaps my ass. It doesn't matter, again, what the information is. I don't care what political side you lean on. If you do, I don't care about any of that. When you're trying to censor and then you try to make people out to be stupid, like you're not the stupid one, that's the problem I have. You are the stupid one. Newsflash. Anyway, before I get heated, let's keep things positive, okay? Let's keep the train rolling into the junction, okay? But first, we'll step into the cage.
Okay, let's run.
All right. Today's Into the Cage segment is proudly sponsored by Carmine's Colostomy Bags for the Everyday Man. We all know colostomy bags are predominantly used by people who actually need them with medical issues. But we just can't help but be jealous that they never have to go and shit on the toilet and wipe their own ass again. Well, now, with Carmine's, any lazy asshole can bag up and fire away right from where they're standing. You see, Carmine Sea Bags gets taped and strapped on your ass, making a watertight seal around your asshole, allowing you max protection and max convenience when taking a shit. You don't even have to wipe. Just let the dingleberry crumbs drop back down into the bag that you're sitting on. So take the next step to being the laziest, most useless beta bitch boy in history by visiting www.shitbag.com/shitbag for 2.9% off your first shit bag. Look, I know how colostomy bags work. They don't get taped to your asshole. You have the little, what is it called? Stolman? The little insert on the side of your stomach there. The bag gets set up. It's for medical reasons, for people who need it. Carmine just stole the word colostomy bag, repurposed it, and it's really just a plastic Walmart bag taped to your asshole so you can be lazy. It's like a diaper, a plastic watertight diaper. So, all kinds of sponsors here on the show. Maybe one day one of them will be real. But until then, get stuck with Carmine's. Okay, Cage Fact. This is more like an update for everybody because I know everyone's been waiting with bated breath for these updates. But the movie Renfield, the one that we mentioned previously about Dracula's henchman Renfield. Is it RM Renfield, TM Renfield, something like that? Is initial Renfield. That's the main character in the movie. Starring also Nick Cage as Dracula. So Renfield is going to be Nick Cage's henchman. The update is that it started filming this week, and it's set to have, depending on how well filming goes, it's set to have a late 2022 or early 2023 release. Maybe it would be back, be done by Halloween. I don't think so. It's a little ambitious, but that'd be pretty cool if we can go have a Halloween LPDS trip to the movie theater. But this is a movie about the henchman, and I think it starts out with him in like an insane asylum, and maybe it backtracks to the story of how he got to the insane asylum, and all this stuff, with Dracula and this and that. But should be great. Again, I can't stress this enough. If you go back to the last movies that Nick Cage had anything to do with vampires in, you will see that we are in for a treat with this one. Okay? When you get Nick Cage and vampires in the same discussion, in the same, script, and you film it, we're in for a treat. Whether you think the movie's good or bad, I promise you it'll be entertaining. I promise you that. So stay tuned. I'm looking forward to that. We'll announce the release date when it actually, commences. Commences is not the word, but I'm an idiot, and that's what I'm going with. So, all right, let's move on over to the Junction. We'll spin the logo up. Now, before my trip to North Carolina, for the work trip, I wasn't buying, I wasn't making food. Normally, I make food at the house, and I very rarely go out and order takeout or Grubhub or any of those. But because I was leaving the next day, I didn't want to do that. So I ordered some food for the night. I don't know when it was, Saturday night maybe. Ordered Grubhub, which is any of these delivery places, they're kind of hit or miss depending on the location you go to. But I ordered Qdoba, which is like a Chipotle, except I like it better because it's cheaper and it's not as pretentious. I think they offer free queso, or they used to. I don't remember what it was, but anyway, I like them better. Personal preference. Anyway, I'm playing video games that night. This sticks night, we call it, hitting the sticks. Me, Sewage Phil, the wet cat creature, Mrs. Sewage Phil, Mrs. Wet Cat. We're all having a good time. So think about let's set the stage here. I'm playing video games. I got headset on, glasses, so I don't get the blue light frying my brain. Tactical hat, controller in hand. I got my snack table set up, ready for the food to come. And I told the team, hey, in a couple minutes we got to do a quick pause on the game because my Grubhub's going to be here, and I'm just going to grab it, So, but I don't want to lose the mission. Fail the mission because I had to go get my burrito bowl or whatever. So let's do a pause. So everyone's prepped and ready. Everyone knows the food is coming. So let's set the stage, okay? We're all waiting for the food, but we're also in an intense stick session trying to hack the mish here. So tempers are a little high, our alertness is high. We're all on edge trying to get this mission, also waiting for the food. It's a combination of things. Okay? The food's an hour late. I get a text message, shit, the food's an hour late. We got to wait longer. So we got to adjust fires. And like we talk about here on the show all the time, you adapt or die. So we have to adapt to the situation, and press. Make sure that we end things with mission accomplishment. That is the end goal all the time, no matter what. Mission first, people sometimes. Okay, so right off the bat, we start off bad with Grubhub and whoever they hire to do it. I think it was Grubhub this time. I don't want to bash them on. I'm pretty sure it was Grubhub because that's usually my go-to. So because the other ones aren't, I don't know, they're not as good in this area, I guess. I don't remember why I picked it. Anyway, I'm blindly loyal to it right now, so it's the hub for me. So they're an hour late. strike one. Okay. Finally, an hour later, I get the text message that, hey, put the food on your front porch stoop. It's ready for you. Okay. All right. Pause the game now, sewage. It's time to pause. Okay. We all pause. Everyone's taking a break. I got the headset still on. Okay. I open the door. Now, again, mind you, we're trying to get back to the game. My team is doing me a favor by pausing things so that I could go grab my food, bring it back, and get right back to hitting the sticks. So I want to be expeditious, if you will. Walk out the door, headset still on, so I can hear everybody. I'm talking to everybody. We're having a grand old time. I look down, I grab the bag, and all this has happened very fast, mind you. Grab the bag, I pick it up, and turn at the same time to go back into my house. Okay, so it's a pickup, turn, pickup, turn, simultaneously, a pickup turn. Very smooth, very quick. You almost didn't even know that the pickup happened. It almost looked just like a turn. Okay, like a blue steel turn right to the left. In that moment, a lot of things started rushing through my brain. Okay, a lot of thoughts, a lot of feelings, mostly emotions, because what happens is in stressful environments, when shit hits the fan, emotions flare first. And then you have to take the deep breath, take the step back, and let the brain take over, let logic take over before you make your decisions and move forward. So emotions took over. I picked up, turn. As I'm in the middle of the turn, I'm realizing that this bag is not a Qdoba bag, okay? Problem number two. Issue number two. Number one was an hour late. Issue number two, not a Qdoba bag. Didn't know what it was at the time. I was still in the fog of war, all right? Then I feel the weight is clearly different than what it should be. All right, number three, issue three. Then, again, audibly, all the senses start kicking in, mind you. Audibly, I hear a clanking of what sounds like aluminum clanking around. Ding, 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 ding. Issue number four. Then I get into the house, and again, this is all within 2 seconds of each other. Okay? Finally back into the house. The door's not even closed yet, and I realize, like, this is not what I ordered. Now, again, emotions were flaring, okay? Senses were spinning around and making assessments on the fly. And the first thing I thought of, because my brain is not caught up yet to the situation, is this is not what I ordered. Clearly, it's not what you ordered, Libretti, you idiot. It's a Walmart bag with a bunch of cans in it. Okay? Qdoba is not selling random cans. Now, before I get superheated telling this story, I have to tell you, I opened the bag and it's cans of tuna. Like store-bought tuna. Not even the good stuff. Not even the Bumblebee. Or the other one, Sunkissed. It's some off-brand. It's like Anka tuna, like Paul Anka tuna. 6 cans of Paul Anka tuna in this bag. So, of course, it's not what you ordered, you moron. The fact that I even said it out loud, I'm glad my friends heard it and were able to shit talk me and be like, yeah, no shit, you idiot. Who orders 6 cans of Paul Anka tuna in a ripped up Walmart bag from damn Qdoba and Grubhub? Obviously, there's something wrong. There's something's amiss. Issue number 5. So now I have to prolong this pause in our mission. My friends, again, remain patient and flexible. They are also adapting or dying. In fact, I think they have probably enjoyed the whole situation because you can hear them shit talking and laughing the whole time. Now, after that, I try to maintain composure. I'm still hot, okay? Again, from the whole situation before, you got to wrap it all into one, contextual, problem set, if you will. Okay. Emotions were already running high from a tense game of hitting the sticks. Now I got to deal with this. 5 additional issues to pile on top. So I'm still not thinking straight. It's taking my brain a little longer to take control of the wheel and figure this shit out. So I'm hot. I know a half kicks in, the brain half kicks in. I know I got to message them back immediately because the longer I wait, the farther away my real food's going to be, like Qdoba burrito bowl. So I got a text, hey, this is not what I ordered. You gave me the wrong thing. Can you please come back and give me my actual order? The response I got back from the person was, that's what they gave me. That's what Qdoba gave me at the restaurant. And now I got even more heated. I'm reading the text out loud. Everybody on the headset's hearing me. And they can hear that I'm seething. And I'm not thinking rationally. Lessons to be learned here, by the way. We'll talk about that after. And I fire back a response text. This is literally a bag of tuna cans. 6 Paul Anka tuna cans. I said, there's no way they gave me that order. Nobody provides, when you don't order a burrito bowl and get 6 cans of store-bought tuna in return. So the person just writes, okay, sorry, heading back now. So 15 minutes later, I don't know where they went. They must have had the Batmobile, because within a minute of me grabbing the bag and being inside, they were 15 minutes away. So figure that one out. Batmobile. So maybe I was thinking maybe Batman, was coming back with that shit. Anyway, finally they get back. It's this lady, nice lady, comes back. She tells me the whole story. Oh, I put my bag in the Grubhub, the main Grubhub delivery bag, along with your stuff, and I just grabbed that by accident and put it on the doorstep and didn't pay attention. I was in a rush, blah, 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 whatever. So we made a trade. I tried to calm down. I tried to be nice, but again, I'm still only 75% logical and rationally thinking at this point. I'm still heated because now we're coming on, 15 minutes of pausing on the mission and hitting the sticks, and everyone is getting, riled up. Plus, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten because I wasn't going to crack open a can of Paul Anka tuna and start snacking on that while I wait for my real food. So I'm still 75%, rational, and still there's 25% there's not thinking completely about the whole situation and putting things into perspective. So I give her back the tuna. We make the trade, and I just say this flippantly, like, enjoy your tuna. She goes, this is what happened. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind. I give her back the cans, the bag. She's like, yeah, I'm sorry about that. That's my dinner. And I flippantly go, okay, enjoy your tuna. Everyone had a good laugh. This and that, blah, blah, blah. Finally, I eat. I relax a little bit. We hack the mish. We achieve mission success in the sticks, and I'm able to calm down, a fully calm down and reassess exactly what happened. And I come to realize what the situation with this lady was, and it put everything into perspective for me. This lady gave me her dinner. She said it herself. Sorry, that's my dinner. Her dinner was 6 cans of off-brand Paul Anka tuna. The fact that you are accepting off-brand tuna means you're in a life situation that I have not been privy to in decades. Okay? This is a lady who was hustling to deliver meals to make an extra piece of change. She likely had a family at home because she did not look like the type who was going to down 6 cans of tuna on her own. And that's her whole dinner. That's their whole dinner. Okay? And I'm sitting there bitching about my Qdoba that I was able to order for delivery so my fat ass doesn't have to get up and go get it myself in the comfort of my home, playing a video game on a giant TV with all the technology and the good things going on in my life. I also had food in the house, mind you. I still had food in the house, like non-perishable snacks and stuff that I could have eaten if I really wanted to. But I chose to be a lazy fat ass and not make food and also not go out and get food. And here I am bitching and complaining and getting hot and bothered because I got cans of tuna when I should have got a burrito bowl. Meanwhile, that's somebody's dinner. That was that lady's full dinner and probably her family's dinner too. So it put things into perspective for me, big time. And I felt terrible that I wasn't even more like a polite understanding of the lady. Even though I was nice to her when we were in person. I was heated when I was talking to my friends on the headset, making jokes and shit talking and how you doing. But thinking about it now, it's like, damn, I get to eat this Qdoba, and this poor bastard has to go home and scarf down off-brand tuna. That's a perspective builder right there. Okay? It kind of opened my eyes a little bit. Again, at the time, emotions were taking over. And this is the lesson to be learned here a little bit. Part of the lesson is we always have to be better. We always have to be more mindful and try to improve our ability to assess situations and separate emotions from rational thought in any situation, whether it's high stress or not. You do it during low stress times to build a muscle memory so that when the shit hits the fan, you maintain that composure. And that was something that clearly shows that I need to continue improving on because I'm not there yet. And it's a lesson for you guys. Learn by my bad examples. Do as I say, not as I do. Not because I'm above everything, but because you don't want to make those same stupid mistakes that I make. And then the other lesson is that be thankful and grateful for all the good you have in your lives. Right back to the big three. The most important one, number 3, being grateful for what you got. And as soon as I realized that, that's when it hit home, when I realized, man, I have all of this. And this lady has the tuna. And that was tough. That was a tough realization and made me feel like a little bit of a piece of shit because I'm sitting there getting all hot and bothered over a Grubhub delivery. And thinking back, if that's the worst thing that's happened in my day or even my week, I had a pretty good week. Probably better than that poor lady who's driving around all night long, delivering meals for other lazy pieces of shit. Easy with the camera over there, Randy. And then has to go home late at night to some tuna. Off-brand Paul Anka tuna. Paul Anka has not been a relevant celebrity singer in over a decade, probably. Poor bastard. I don't even know if he's still alive. I hope he is. Good for him if he is. But man, did that hit home eventually. I felt so bad. I felt like I had to do something. You know, you always feel like, oh, I wish there was something more I could have done with this lady. Could have been nice. So I texted her and asked her out. We went out the next night. She's 45 years old, has 14 kids. Had to split the tuna between all of them. We had a nice dinner. This shredded mashed fish with a Hellman's egg reduction sauce on a crispy toasted wheat bedding. Very romantic, very classy. No, that's not tuna. Maybe it's tuna. Maybe we had tuna on toast with mayo. Whatever. It was still a nice time. I don't need to be judged for it. It doesn't matter what you have on the date as long as you have a good time and we're with good company. That's what counts on dates. Fight me on that. I'm just kidding. We didn't go on a date, guys. Relax. That's all I got today. That's it. That's the story. I don't know how long we've been going. It seems like 10 minutes. It's probably been 45 minutes, but that's it. The lessons to be learned here are always maintain your composure. Try to separate the emotions from the rational thought in any situation so that you can do it when the shit hits the fan. And then again, going back to the big three, number 3, being grateful and thankful for all the good you have because others clearly don't have that too. And speaking of the big 3, we might as well roll through it because it's that important. Number 1, exercise every day. Physical, mental, emotional health. That's the name of the game when you exercise every day. It'll improve that immensely. Number 2, the hardest one to do, don't be a shitty person. Especially on the internet. When there's no people there, you don't even see the people. You just see profile names and stupid shit that people post out of context about others. And it's the easiest thing to do is to be an asshole in real life, really mean to somebody because you're not thinking them as a human. You're thinking them as a Twitter handle or an avatar or what have you. Step back. Learn from my mistakes. Step back. Think rationally before you do that. You don't want to live in that negative. You don't want to live in that negative environment, that culture. And then, of course, number 3, the most important, be thankful and grateful for all the good you have in your lives. Okay? Because you could be bitching about your burrito bowl and how it's late and how you got messed up in the order. Or you could realize I could be the person who has to go home and eat cans of tuna for dinner. Only tuna. That's all that she had in her bag. Only tuna. So clearly she's in the lower end of the pursuit of happiness there. So again, be thankful and grateful for the good you have already in your lives. Because that'll change your mindset to the more positive thinking, more positively approached way of life, if you will. Okay? And then you couple that with not being a shitty person to strangers on the internet and exercising every day, and you have the recipe for a happier, less stressful life. And that positivity spreads like wildfire. And we just got to get there. We got to tune out the doom and gloom and the bullshit on the TVs and the internets and the social medias. And we got to hone in on the good and the positive. And that's what we do there with the big 3. Now that's all I got. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe and comment. I see you bastards when you view the videos and stuff, not liking or disliking. Throw a thumbs down. Do something. Engage. I love the engagement. Especially if it's good little shit talks and jokes. All about that. It makes my day. It makes my week. Make it happen. Thank you guys again for everything. I love you all. Stay strong.